With the constant growth of traffic congestion and increased hazards at most intersections, as well as multiple numbers of distractions to motorists, there is no doubt first responders are finding it more and more difficult to reach an emergency quickly and safely. Every second an emergency vehicle sits in traffic impacts the safety of the community and the extent of damage to public and private property. Emergency Vehicle Preemption provides a solution to help emergency service professionals get safely to an incident by working with the traffic control systems to enhance the responding vehicle's ability to move through traffic. STROBECOM II is an optical traffic preemption and priority control system developed by TOMAR Electronics to significantly increase the efficiency of emergency response teams and allow them to reach their destinations safely with decreased response times. STROBECOM II combines state-of-the-art technology with the highest reliability of materials to detect the approach of emergency vehicles needing an enhanced right-of-way. The system consists of an emitter, an optical detector with integrated confirmation light, and an optical signal processor card. The emitter can be a xenon strobe light system or an IR infrared LED that mounts on the vehicle or within the light bar, which turns on automatically when emergency response lighting is activated. As an emergency vehicle approaches an intersection, the vehicle emitter sends an optical signal to the detector, which in ideal conditions can reach from over 2,500 feet away. The detector, which is generally located on the traffic intersection mast arm or span wire, then sends an electrical signal to the OSP inside of the traffic signal cabinet. The OSP receives a signal and determines if the vehicle is a valid emergency vehicle and decides if the vehicle should cause preemption. If the signal is valid, the confirmation light will display steady burn and request that the vehicle receives a green light. If an emergency vehicle approaches an intersection that already has a green light, the light will stay green and the confirmation light will be activated until the emergency vehicle is safely through the intersection. If additional emergency vehicles approach the same intersection during an already active preempt event, those vehicles will receive a flashing confirmation light to let them know another emergency vehicle has already received priority. This is usually accomplished on a first-come, first-served basis, but it can also be prioritized to determine which vehicle should be given the right-of-way. By doing this, TOMAR's integrated confirmation light helps increase safety and reduces the chance of a possible collision at the intersection. Sometimes it may take an extended amount of time before a red light turns to green. This is dependent upon where the traffic signal cycle was when preempted. It should be noted, the system will not override a conflicting pedestrian call or railroad preemption, so always be prepared to come to a stop at any intersection. Once on scene, the emitter will shut off automatically when either the emergency lighting is turned off or the parking brake is set, which allows for the emergency lights to remain on. TOMAR's strobe switch gate access system can be integrated into restricted access properties with automatic gates, such as multifamily communities or neighborhoods, businesses, and regional airports. Strobe switch uses the same xenon or IR infrared emitters to open gates automatically when emergency vehicles approach, removing the need to exit the vehicle to access a lockbox. To review, when approaching an intersection, a solid confirmation light signifies successful detection and preemption. A flashing confirmation light signifies successful detection, but no preemption will be given. In that scenario, once the vehicle which received priority has proceeded through the intersection, the once secondary vehicle requesting preemption will receive priority, and the confirmation light will change from flashing to solid. STROBECOM II is a very reliable system which requires no annual operating fees or additional cables solely for the confirmation light. However, you must keep in mind that any one of the following examples can prevent the system from operating while you are responding to an emergency: a traffic control failure, a vehicle emitter failure, a vehicle electrical system failure, a STROBECOM II intersection component failure, or a conflicting pedestrian call or railroad preemption. The STROBECOM II system and the city traffic control equipment are electronic devices. Failure of electronic components is possible in both systems. If the system seems to be responding improperly, we need to notify the traffic signal department of the malfunction. The STROBECOM II system requests for the traffic signal controller to provide a green light. It is not intended to replace Code 3 driving regulations, common sense, responsibility, or due regard. Driving within the Code 3 rules will allow the preemption system time to clear the intersection ahead of your arrival, actually improving response times. TOMAR Electronics has designed the STROBECOM II preemption system to allow traffic to keep moving ahead of you, giving you a clear, safe response path, and the integrated confirmation light notifies you that the preemption system is working to complete those tasks. It is not intended to increase your speed. Again, drive according to your Code 3 regulations at all times, and never assume you will receive a guaranteed right-of-way. TOMAR's envelope of safety includes STROBECOM II and Strobe Switch, along with state-of-the-art visual and audible warning systems. When utilized, this can significantly increase safety for everyone, including the emergency personnel and the general public. Drive safely, drive responsibly.